Hello and welcome to the Writecome.com podcast, where we help you to make money from your words. Each episode will be sharing tips, tricks, and strategies you can use to make more money from your writing, publishing, and marketing to your fans and audience. Let's get started with your host, Barry J. McDonald.
Hi, this is Barry here, and you are very, very welcome to today's podcast episode from Writecome.com. And today's podcast episode is entitled, What If Everything Went Right? Now, I remember listening to an audiobook by the great Joe Vitale a couple of months back, and one of the things he said in the introduction kind of slapped me around the head in that I'd never ever heard an author say this before. Now, as I was listening to the start of the book, the introduction, Joe said, what if this audiobook was the audiobook that gave you the answers you were looking for? What if this was the audiobook that changed your life? Now, probably like many people who probably, buy a lot of books on self-development and positive thinking and goals and all those different things, you probably have a big library of books. You probably have gone through book after book after book, and you kind of finish off a book, but you're going through the book with this kind of mindset in that you probably will get maybe some use out of it, you'll get some knowledge, you get some tips out of it, but you're not going to find everything in that book. You're going to have to buy another audiobook, you're going to have to go to another course, you're going to have to get your hands on something else, because the next thing you are going to get your hands on is going to be the one that's going to turn your life around. It's going to be the one that's going to have all the knowledge you were looking for. It's going to be the one that's going to have all the perfect 5 action steps you need to take to achieve your goals or whatever. But when I heard Joe just say that in that introduction, it did kind of stop me in my tracks and made me think about some of the things I have done over this past couple of years, and some of the kind of mindsets I have gone into doing different things, in that unfortunately a lot of us have our default mindset being on a negative setting. We kind of, maybe if you are going, maybe you're looking to achieve something right now, or maybe you're looking to achieve something in 2021, you're probably like me back then. You're probably looking at your goal with a negative mindset. You're looking at the embarrassment it's going to cost. You are looking at how this goal is going to be one that you're going to fail at because you failed at everything before. You're probably going to look at maybe the waste of money that you are putting into whatever you're doing right now, whether it's maybe trying to lose weight, maybe the money you're throwing into exercise equipment. That's going to be a total waste of money because you've bought loads of exercise equipment before that hasn't worked out. Or maybe you're looking at how, maybe the fact that you haven't got this or you haven't got that, the weather's not right, you haven't got the right runners, and you don't actually look at the kind of positive things in that this may be the right time, or this could be the time that you are eventually going to lose weight, that this piece of exercise equipment could be your best friend and could be the one that is going to help you shed those pounds. Or maybe that this goal you are trying to achieve right now, it's not going to be like one of the goals you've had in the past. Yeah, you probably have failed loads of times before, you probably have given up halfway through, and maybe you didn't have the right equipment and all those different things, but this could be the time when maybe all the planets are going to align, and maybe this could be the time you are going to achieve your goal. So I want you to think about that. Whatever you are looking to do, how are you looking at it? What kind of lens are you looking through? Are you looking through it in the lens of what everything is going to go wrong, or how you're going to, how you're going to mess up, how you're going to embarrass yourself, or how everything is going to work out right? Now, if you do kind of think about how you are actually looking at, what you're looking to do, whether that's negative or positive, you have to wonder, are you really going to achieve your goal if you do kind of look at it through a negative lens, in that you are going to look for all the reasons that it's going to go wrong, you're going to look for excuses to drop out, you're going to look for reasons why it's going to be another thing that's going to, be a complete mess up like all the other things in the past. But if you look at it from the positive side, you're probably going to look for reasons why you are going to stay in it longer. You're probably going to look for, reasons that, yes, you're probably going to screw up, but it's going to be a learning curve, and you're going to learn something along the way. So even though maybe some people say, well, positive thinking, you have to be negative sometimes there is benefits to positive thinking, in that you probably are going to look for other reasons why you are going to achieve. You're going to look for other avenues of actions you can take, or positive thoughts that you can take to keep yourself going or motivated. Whereas if you kind of think negatively, you're going to find it will probably close you down to any kind of actions you're going to take, any kind of positive thoughts you're going to have, and you're probably going to not stay as long in the game. You're probably not going to give as much effort because you don't really believe that you're ever going to achieve it. So I want you to think at yourself at the moment. The thoughts that are going through your mind when you think of your goal, are they negative or are they positive? And if you do kind of go down that avenue of positive or negative, how is it going to work out for you? Are you going to give up like you've done in the past? Or if you put a positive spin on it, are you going to find new strength maybe that you didn't find before? Are you going to find more motivation? Are you going to take this as a kind of learning curve, and are you going to learn from it and stick in it as long as possible and eventually achieve your goal? So as Joe said in that audiobook, I just wanted you to think about what you're doing right now. What if it all works out? So as always, if you'd like to reach out to me, or if you'd like me to cover anything in an upcoming podcast, you're very, very welcome to reach out to barryjmcdonald@gmail.com. Or if you'd like to find more of these podcast episodes, if you do a search for Writecom on iTunes or wherever you pick up your podcast, that's WRITECOME.com. And if you're in the writing and self-publishing game, you will find lots of the Writecom content all over the web. Again, do a search for Writecom on Google, or if you want to go to Facebook, you'll find our Facebook page over there. And as always, thanks for sharing your time again today. Take care and have a great day. Bye-bye.
Thanks for joining us today. If you'd like more from the Writecom.com podcast, be sure to subscribe now for more tips, tricks, and ideas you can use to make more money from your words. See you in the next episode.